only 3 races left of the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series schedule. The series heads over to California Speedway in Fontana for the running of Daniel Day's Time Warner Cable 500. On the pole today, it is the 66 of Devin Whitston. On the outside's the 00 Trevor Harvey. Starting third is the 55 Ethan Hamill, and fourth is the 34 Scott Ferguson. Starting fifth is the 31 of Austin LaPlante, and sixth is the 70 Chris Harley. In seventh is the driver in second, closing in on the leader Jonathan Thoman. Abby Sachs is in the 22, and Michelle Samedi starts beside him in eighth. Dom Capps will start ninth, and rounding out the top 10, the 43 of Marshall Rich. And today in the 6th car is David Rochester coming out of retirement for a 1-race deal in the 14th. And the point leader Jonathan Thoman starts in 21st. And one more thing, Daniel Day, the host driver, starts in 29th. So I just thought I'd get that out. Without further ado, let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
After this race, we head to Talladega and then the season finale at Zen Joltis. And this time, there's not going to be a playoff format. It will be decided on that race. First time since season 1 I've done that. But even then, I had to set up a last-second point system to determine our champion. Here we go, 27 laps under the California sun. And they've got, this track does 3, 4, maybe even 5 wide racing. Hope we're lucky enough to see kind of big pack racing happen here in California. Devin Whitston is going for his 2nd win of the season. Last win, his win in Kentucky, he led every lap in Kentucky. And it led to him win. Will it happen again here as the green flag is now underway at California? And there's the racing we know and love from California. 3-wide battle for second. Oh, and here comes Austin LaPlante, the winner of Texas. He's won 2 races this season. He's going for his 3rd win of the season, joining the 3-win-a-season club. But Whitston will lead the first lap. I did say in Texas that he had his 3rd win of the season. It was actually supposed to be his 2nd win. So I apologize for that. At this point, he only has 2 wins. But LaPlante trying to make it 3, though Dom Capps going for 3rd. Marshall Rich moves up to 2nd. Rich won a race this season. He won also last season. And what just happened? I just saw the 27 just retire like that. What happened? That was Dustin Ray. Wow, I just noticed that Dustin Ray has just retired from the race on the very first lap. I don't know what happened. Let's go back to Dustin Ray for a while. I don't even know what happened. Oh, look at that 4-wide knee rubbing, and he was avoiding it all. And none of it had the fact that I think debris from that little incident might have caused him. No, actually, I thought the debris from the incident might have. Oh no, that was a. Now I know why. Now I know how Dustin Ray got smoked. Wow, I honestly thought he just blew his engine out of nowhere. But apparently something else happened. Rohit Vedarbu gave him a huge nudge into the wall, so big that Dustin Ray's engine smoked. I'm not even sure why Rohit Vedarbu would do that to Dustin Ray, and yeah, Pichu just doesn't help him at all. He gives him a little nudge just to get him out of the way. Okay, so Dustin Ray, he hit the wall hard and his engine all of a sudden just blew up. And this came unexpected. Unfortunate an unfortunate circumstance for Team Boom. Tough break for them. They didn't even get started, and already they have problems, and their driver is going to finish in dead last today. And there was a little bit of an incident between Pichu Leia Walker and Jacob Lawler, and that's how they got into position. They both smacked the wall. They didn't spin out, though, thank goodness. But, well, that was a little bit of an incident we just saw 4 wide. We saw that a little bit on Dustin Ray's onboard camera. I kind of thought from that little miscue might have caused his engine to smoke. Apparently, it was for another reason. And that Rohit Vedarbu smacked him in the wall right there. You see on the bottom, just smacked right into him. And Ray just came out smoking. Sorry for the bit of a cut there. I had to take an important phone call. But anyway, back to the race. As Dustin Ray retired already on the very second lap here at California because Rohit Vedarbu just apparently something about Dustin Ray made him angry, and he just smacked him in the wall, and Ray's engine just smoked, and he's now out of the race. Tough break for Team Boom. That's got to be gut-wrenching for them at this time of season. They are out of championship contention, but, well, they didn't need that kind of finish anyway. You see the other 3 damaged, 3 wide with Jacob Lawler, Pichu, and Leia Walker. They both smacked the wall in the very first lap just before Dustin Ray's incident came about. And you see Ray's a lap down, but he is retired. I know he is retired because I forgot to even move up the scoreboard when we began this track race. Anyway, not much changes in the lead in terms, as Devin Winston is still their leader. He's led every lap so far. His last win at Kentucky, he led every lap to win, and there was even barely any passing at all there in Kentucky. It was not the return I wanted for Kentucky, but well, I may consider another Kentucky next year. Otherwise, I may consider replacing it with a new track. So anyway, lap 5, it's still all about the 66. Meanwhile, Alan Smith is going for the 3rd spot. Smith over Dom Camp. Smith has been so close so many times this season. Was never able to pull the trigger and get his first win of the season. He's trying to finally get into the win column. And speaking of win, here comes Marshall Race. Or I should say Marshall Rich. Marshall Rich goes for the lead, looking for the 2nd win this season. Looks to break up Devin Winston's perfect game. He will do that, and he will be the first different leader when Devin Winston leads. Winston led the first 5 laps, but now tables have now turned over to Marshall Rich. Still having trouble calling him Marshall Rich because last season he went under the name Marshall Race. Weird. But he is back this season in any kind of name, but he's back. And now Ethan Hamill moves up to 2nd. Hamill's also going for his 2nd win of the season. And this would be a benefit for him. Austin Guypen 4th. He has not won since Thornton. He was on fire in the first half of the season as one of the drivers to beat. The 2 Austins in the first half of the season, the 2 Austins, Austin Guype and Austin LaPlante, were the 2 dominant cars in the season, but unfortunately that has died down in the start of the second half after the All-Star race, which Austin Guype actually won, by the way, but since then Guype has not won another race. He's looking to do it. He's looking to finally break that mini winless streak this season, trying to end the season with a positive note. Another driver trying to end the season on a positive note is Dom Camps in the 3rd position. Came in as a replacement to Makoto Iguchi, and he's been doing extremely well. A lot of top 5s than most normal replacement drivers would get. And Camps is looking for that first win since season 3. He hasn't won since last season. Michelle Cimetti going for the top 5. She has been so close many times, but she's never been able to get a win. And she really wants a win this season. Here comes Dom Camps for second. That could be good news for Marshall Rich. I said it right, Marshall Rich. Whoa, I thought Cimetti there. I think Cimetti was going for position. Yes, she is. Hamill's going to go try for second again for Dom Camps. And Camps, though, blocks him. First 5 laps, it's been all about Devin Witston, the pole setter. Now he's out of the top 5 and 6, and now it's been dominated by Marshall Rich. But will there be another leader on the next lap or so? Or maybe even this lap could have another leader, and Camps is trying to do that. Dom Camps going for the lead. Dom Camps takes it away. And Ethan Hamill going for second as well over Marshall Rich. And now Ethan Hamill wants more. He wants the lead too. Camps led that lap. But Hamill's going to lead more because he just made the pass on Camps. And now Austin Guy is using the open opportunity to his advantage. He's now in second. And wait a minute, Alan Smith, another approaching competitor. Can he go 3 wide for the second spot? Not quite though, but he does able to get in the top 5. And the 0-1 of Sarah Yitzhak, who won in Atlanta, giving Sachs Kids team their 4th win this season. They're going for win number 5, and they're going to try to join in many drivers. Yitzhak trying to join the big list of 2-time winners this season. Sachs is one of them. He's actually a member of the 3-win season club. And now Sarah Yitzhak trying to go back-to-back. No, trying to win her second race in 3 races. But Marshall Rich is trying to go for the lead again. Oh, Hamill with the block. What a block by the 55. Hamill was coming up. No, Rich was coming up quick. Here comes the 43. He's finally going to get a move for the lead. And now Alan Smith in the top 5. And a battle between the 40 Matthew Ziegler. An unknown Matthew Ziegler trying to get into position as well. And now we're in lap 14. Still no caution here in California, which is very surprising. We're halfway done here with 14 to go in California. And Daniel Day, look at the move. He's all of a sudden just moved up to second. An amazing run on Daniel Day. He's now moved up to second. He's the host driver of this race. Only Avi Sachs was able to win his own host race. Daniel Day trying to join in the very small list of drivers in that list. Ethan Hamill has been dominating this race since lap 11. And now Hamill has the lead, but he's got some challenge competition ahead as Daniel Day trying desperately to win in his host race. Alan Smith now in 3rd. Here comes Day. Will he make that move? He will. Here comes Day. And Day makes the move in front of his own fans. And he's going to lead a lap in his host race. Which really means a lot to him because it's his host race after all. There he is. Day led that lap. But can he hold on to win? Alan Smith trying desperately to go up to second. Will Alan Smith be able to do that? He might be able to. He's on the bottom preferred line. He's getting a bit of drafting help from the 4th, George Warwick. And George Warwick, what a season. He's turned it around. First half was a miserable first half for the Ford machine, but he has turned it around in the second half with 2 wins. He's now trying to join the three-win season club, along with Abby Sachs and Jonathan Thoman. And I think one other driver I forgot to mention. There might have been one other, but I don't know. Almost 10 to go. Ethan Hamill hanging on for second. And look at Dylan Young. He is trying to move up to the top 5. Dylan Young has been on fire. Is trying to also join the 3-win season club as well. 10 to go here when we hit the stripe in California. And Day has a comfortable lead over Ethan Hamill and the rest of the top 5. But will it last? You never know when pit stops might strike, so if that is the case, it could be a big factor on strategy. We'll see. As it's nearing closer and closer, I don't see anybody pitting it so far, but if we do see pit stops, well, it's going to turn this entire race around. But for now, we have 9 to go. It's down to between Daniel Day and Ethan Hamill. But if we get a caution that comes out in the middle of a sudden, that could change everything. But we have yet to have a caution today. The closest we've had to a caution was that incident with Dustin Ray smoking when he hit the wall hard after Darby gives him a big nudge to the wall. And Ray has been the only driver retired from this race. If they were to approach lap point, the closest they'd come would be Leia Walker. If they come that far, but we don't know if they will reach Leia in the 10. Meanwhile, only 8 laps remain. 3-wide battle for third, but Austin Guy is going to win that battle. Maybe. Alan Smith still charging up ahead on that high side. Ethan Hamill, that leaves Hamill and Day to battle it out for the win. Dylan Young trying to get redemption here. 7 to go here at California. Anything could happen, folks. After all, there's just 3. After this race, there's only 2 left to determine our champion. The one at Talladega and the season finale at Zandvoort. Meanwhile, Ethan Hamill's going to go for the lead. He's been dominating the middle part of the race, and he's going to try, but Alan Smith, he's got other plans. He's going for second. Could this be good news for Daniel Day? Could he hang on for a little bit longer? 6 to go at California. And Hamill is getting help from Austin Guy. No, wait, Guy is getting help from Smith. No, wait, Smith is getting help from Guy. Wow. Oh no, 4-3-wide battle for the second spot. Austin Guy, though, has the edge. He's now moved the bottom. Guy has moved the bottom. Dylan Young drafting up the 51. Could this be great news for the 8? Oh no, here comes Guy. He must have got a good run on the final turn. 5 to go here at California. Day just led that lap, but we're going to keep it green. And now, Guy clears him. Dylan Young trying to make a move. And Young is now second. Dylan Young, he's been trying to he was mostly out of the top 5 all day. But now here he comes. Getting drafting help from Matthew Ziegler. Trying to make a move. 4 to go here at California. Oh, Guy trying to block him. Not sure if it will last. 4 to go at California. Next flag ends the race. Look at the move by Rod Houston. Rod Houston out of nowhere comes out on the bottom and goes in the top 5. But Kyle Beck, though, he's got other plans. Oh, Young trying desperately to hang on. Oh no! Contact below between the 51 and 32. Oh no, the pit stops are beginning. Pit stops have begun with 3 to go. Oh no, Dylan Young has a problem. He may be losing the lead. He's getting sandwiched between the other 3 drivers. And pit stops are a factor in this race, but who will survive? Daniel Day trying to push the extra mile. There'll be 2 to go when they hit the stripe. Who will be staying out for a little while longer? If there are any drivers staying out, and I don't think Day's staying out, and I don't think Young, and no, they're not staying out, they're going to pit. 2 to go, they're going to pit. And look who's coming up quick, Leah Walker. Leah Walker came a little bit kind of close, or something. They were kind of close to Leah. Yeah, they were close to Leah, but they're lapped already. So Ethan Hamill just took the lead with 2 to go. Everyone pitted within 2 more laps, but Hamill just pitted. I wonder who's going to win the battle to the line. It's going to be Dylan Young winning the pit battle below, but I'm not sure who the leader is going to be during the white flag. It could be anybody. And we're going to have to get the scorekeeper to find out who the leader will be on the final lap. Someone's got to take the white flag. I wonder who that will be. Everyone pitted within 3 laps. No one wanted to take a chance on fuel, but we still have a winner to determine. We'll see who's going to cross to the finish line first. I wonder who. And let's see if it's Daniel Day. Oh no, it's the 32 Dylan Young, I think. I think it's Dylan Young. I think this may be the race to the finish. Dylan Young and Alan Smith. Smith has got one more chance to catch the Young. This is the race to the finish. And I don't think Smith is going to have enough. No, he will not. And off the final turn, and joining his way into the 3-win season club is going to be Dylan Young. And yep, that was the race to the line. It is Dylan Young. And it's official. Dylan Young has just won this race at California. And he has got his 3rd win of the season. He is now a member of the 3-win season club. Dylan Young last season, in seasons 2 and 3, he did not get a single win. And he's been so close many times. But this season is a complete turnaround. Dylan Young has now won 3 races this season. It's been an amazing ride for the 32 machine, and Young has been a big factor in terms of winning races. Unfortunately, he's out of championship contention, but he does, however, capture his 3rd win of the season. Alan Smith came in 2nd. He came so close many times, he's going to have to win another day to get that win. Austin LaPlante is 3rd. Gene Sanford will be 4th. Daniel Day, the host driver, is 5th. Alex Ragau 6th. Zach Robinson 7th. Charles Roberts 8th. Nick Parasols is 9th. And Luke Walker rounds out the top 10. What a comeback for him. And here's the rest of the field. And Dylan Young is now the newest member of the 3-win season club here at California. And heading into Talladega, here are the standings. Jonathan Thoman actually increased his lead, 115 points ahead of Avi Sachs. If Thoman finishes well in Talladega, he might as well clinch the championship before we even get to Zandvoorts. But anything can happen. It's still a chance for Sachs to win it. We will have to see. James Shelley will be 3rd. Dylan Young moves to 4th after the 3rd win of the season. Young has been just amazing. Nick Parasols is 6th. Parasols is 5th. Gene Sanford is 6th. Austin LaPlante is 7th. Kyle Sosnowski is now in 8th. Chris Harley is 9th. And Alex Ragau is now in the top 10. Austin Geip, John Radican, 21st and 22nd, and 23rd to 42nd, right now on your screen. and here's the rest. Two races left this season. The next race is Talladega Super Speedway. The 319 Sid Sega 499. Oh boy, will this set up the championship. It's gonna determine how big would Thoman have it to win the title, and how much Sachs would have to come back to win the title. So it's down to just Jonathan Thoman and Avi Sachs for the championship. But anything can happen to Talladega, so you might want to stick around for it. See you guys later.